From the 21st of March to the 19th of April, rules the head: metal, iron, stone, ruby and diamond, perfume, myrrh, plant, oak, flower, red carnation, planet, Mars, color, red, element, fire, keyword, action, day, Tuesday, ruler, Samael, beloved disciple. Upon entering into these studies of esoteric astrology, I must give you a few prior instructions that will serve as a positive orientation for these classes. A heart temple. The secret dwelling of a sidereal genie always exists within the stellar nucleus of any sidereal sun, planet, every lunar satellite or comet. Thus, the entire infinite is a system of hearts. This is why esoteric astrology is the religion of light and the heart. Each of our sidereal planets has its sidereal ruler. Gabriel is the ruler of the moon. Raphael is the ruler of Mercury. Uriel is the ruler of Venus. Michael is the ruler of the sun. Samael is the ruler of Mars. Zachariel is the ruler of Jupiter. Oriphiel is the ruler of Saturn. These are the 7 spirits before the throne of God. See Revelation 1:5. As we have already stated, each one of them dwells within a heart temple. This is why esoteric astrology is the religion of light and love. These are the 7 angels who among themselves distribute the governing of the world in 7 different epochs, since the entire history of the world is summarized in 7 eras. The 7 planets are like the chords of a divine lyre where the word of the Creator resounds with its most ineffable melody. The entire solar system resembles the celestial body of a great being. This is the logos of the solar system, the ineffable one. From afar, the solar system resembles a human being walking through the ineffable infinite. The 7 spirits before the throne are the rulers of the cosmic evolution of this solar system. They are, we might say, the ministers of the logos. You know very well that every wheel has its axis. Therefore, you will now comprehend that the base of motion of every mass resides in its center. Mass can only be dominated from its center, and the center of all mass is the spirit. Therefore, we affirm that a heart temple exists within every sidereal center. This is the abode of the genie of that star. These celestial genii are precisely the authentic governors of the infinite, and rulers and lords of our own human destinies. Profane astrologers will tell you, for example, that Saturn squared with Mars brings a catastrophe, or that Venus opposite Mars brings failure in love, etc. But these forecasts produced by profane astrology can fail even when their mathematical calculations are exact, because the sidereal forces are not blind forces. These forces are precisely the rays of the planetary genii, and these logoi can modify all human events, even when the horoscope is full of squares and oppositions. Therefore, profane mathematical astrology is not exact. Consequently, I consider that one cannot be an authentic astrologer if one is not a theurgic alchemist. Iamblichus, the great theurgist, invoked the planetary genii and materialized them in the physical world in order to converse with them. It was through them that Iamblichus accomplished his great marvels. Theurgy, or divine magic, can only be practiced through the innermost of the theurgist, and the innermost is our spirit, our superior self, our angel. It is also true that nature is a great alchemical laboratory where essences exist, and where events of all types are combined. Within the schools of inner instruction, we learn these following golden rules. The lion of the law is fought with the scale. When an inferior law is transcended by a superior law, the superior law washes away the inferior law. The absolute comprehension of these 2 golden rules allows us to neutralize the disastrous effects of any square or any opposition in our personal horoscope. This means that through these golden rules we can destroy karma and triumph in life. Record these 2 golden rules properly within your mind, for I will teach you how to manipulate their formulae in the upcoming lessons. This course of esoteric astrology will convert you into theurgists and alchemists, and will develop all of your occult powers. You will then know how to make yourself invisible, and how to invoke and materialize the planetary gods in the physical world in order to converse with them. You will also learn how to destroy karmas and find out the secret art of succeeding in life through certain mysterious formulae that will permit you to manipulate the sidereal rays for your own goals, and thus help others. Now, in order to finish with this preamble of our present lesson, I will tell you that 2 columns exist at the gate, the portico, of any sidereal temple. One white and the other black. The column at the right is called Yakin, and the left column is called Boaz. Good disciple, you must also know that near each column there is always a guardian. The guardian at the right column holds the scepter of justice in his hands, and the one on the left holds a book within his hands. Yakin and Boaz are the 2 passwords that will allow you to enter into the heart temple of any star in order to manipulate rays and provoke events within this physical world. Beloved disciple, let us now fully enter into our esoteric teachings of the constellation of Aries. This zodiacal sign governs the head. It is the house of the warrior Mars. Iron is its metal, ruby its stone, and fire is its nature. This is why the natives of Aries are of a warlike nature. They become strongly enraged, and since they possess great Martian energy, they feel capable of embarking on great undertakings that end up well. In general, they're not happy in love, because they are prone to instability, which leads to displeasure and marital separations. During this sign, the disciple has to charge his head with light in order to awaken his pituitary and pineal glands. The power of clairvoyance resides within these 2 small glands. These glands are joined by an extremely fine duct, which disappears in corpses. Human beings can become clairvoyant when these 2 glands interchange their luminous auras. This is how they can perceive all of the marvels of the subtle world. This is how they will know all the secrets and thoughts of men and women, and will be able to see and talk to the sidereal gods. Who is capable of hiding their secrets from someone like this? An enlightened clairvoyant is full of light and fire. The exercises of this sign are as follows. Exercise. The disciple should sit in a comfortable chair and remain free from any thoughts for 5 minutes. Subsequently, the disciple should then pray to his innermost as follows. Father of mine, you who are my true being, I beg you, transport yourself to the main star of the constellation of Aries, so that you will bring the principal genie of that constellation into this humble house, so that he may heal my brain and awaken all the occult powers in my head. Then, with interlaced hands over his heart, the disciple will make a small bow of the head, saluting the guardian at the right column, inhaling deeply as in a sigh and immediately pronouncing the password, Yakin. Immediately, he will make an identical salute to the guardian on the left and pronounce the password, Boaz. He will once again pray to his innermost like this. Father of mine, walk the 7 sacred steps inside, towards the interior of the temple, and kneel down at the feet of the principal genie of Aries, begging him to come and awaken the powers of my brain and to flood my head with light. And the disciple pronounces the mantra AOM. This mantra is pronounced properly by opening the mouth with the vowel A, rounding it off with the vowel O, and closing it with the letter M, like this. This mantra is pronounced 4 times with the intention that the light will flood our entire brain. Next, the disciple will stand up, extend his right hand forward, and move his head 7 times forward, 7 times backward, 7 rotations to the right, and 7 times to the left, with the intention that the light floods and acts within all the glands of the brain. The pineal gland is influenced by Mars, and the pituitary gland by Venus. The pituitary produces sleepiness, and the pineal gland incites us to fight. In this manner, while Venus wants to sleep, Mars wants to continue fighting. During this sign, the disciple should vocalize the vowel I daily for 1 hour, like this. Pronounced as the E in tree. This vowel will cause your pineal gland to vibrate, and finally you will become clairvoyant. When developed, the pineal gland converts us into superhuman, and when atrophied, it converts us into idiots. The pineal gland is found developed within the chaste and atrophied within the fornicators. Therefore, good disciple, if you want to convert yourself into an angel, you are totally prohibited to perform any type of coitus. The pineal gland is the window of Brahma, an inexhaustible fountain for the magician. Thus, every night before going to bed, the disciple should practice this next exercise. Sit in a comfortable chair for half an hour. Close your eyes. Remove all thoughts from your mind. Then, imagine that the fire from the constellation of Aries is descending from heaven and penetrating the igneous columns through your pineal gland. The pineal gland is situated in the superior part of the brain, and the power to see the ultra of all things resides in it. If the disciple carries out the exercises of Aries with tenacity and constancy, he will become an enlightened clairvoyant. During these exercises, the disciple will be assisted by the hierarchies of Aries. They will awaken his powers and heal his brain with special treatments. The disciple may also be able to use the power of those hierarchies for the healing of others. Aries is the house of Mars, and Mars is the planet of war. The red hierarchies of Mars gave the astral body to human beings. Samael is the supreme chief of the astral plane, he and his warriors. We activate the powers of the astral body by meditating daily on the Tattva Tehas. The Tattva Tehas, or igneous ether, is the causa causorum of every flame. The astral plane is the ardent world. Fraternally, the teacher of your class, Samael Aun Weor.